Howdy folks, Dean here from Dean's Beer Reviews. We are going to do another British real ale today, one from Norfolk. It's a famous Norfolk brewery, actually. It's the Humpty Dumpty brewery, and it's Humpty Dumpty Porter. That's quite a cool label actually. And I want to see if you can get a good shot of that, because it's like a cartoony sort of label. Like some weird gentleman. The bowler hat and things. Porter. Humpty Dumpty. Really wish this camera had an autofocus. Right, first of all it says serve 10 degrees. This is probably sort of more along the lines of 12, I would have thought. It's like cellar temperature. And the good old boys at camera say this is a real ale, so looking forward to this one. Now porter, if you don't know, is similar to a stout. It's something, the difference is something to do with the way the barley malt's roasted or something, but it's a dark, quite bitter, often hoppy ale. It's fairly strong actually, it's 5.4%, which is quite a strong pint. So let's crack it open. And this is also a bottle conditioned one, so it's got yeast sediment in the bottom. So therefore, I'm going to just pour the whole thing out. Not to make the same mistake I did on the Woodford's Norfolk Nog. I should know better really. Where I poured half and then the yeast was disturbed, then I poured the other half and I had loads of floaters in it. Well, we're just going to pour the whole thing out, okay? So, here we go. Ooh. I've got at least one more porter in my collection to review as well, and a stout or two. Looks fairly carbonated. It's got a nice off-white head developing there. Remember, one steady smooth motion in the pour for these bottle conditioned ales. Whoa. Right. That'll do. These dog hairs get everywhere. Lovely, right. Wow, look at that. Right. A billowing head there. Let's have a look at that. It's quite solid as well. You can see it. I mean, I'm tilting the glass there and it's not even moving. So that is quite a solid head. Right. Obviously it's a thick head, so I can't smell much through it at the minute. But it is lovely and dark. I mean, that is borderline black. I can see a few reddish, more orangey hues around the edge, but I can't see through it. No way. It's quite a light smelling porter actually. Let's have a... Remember I said about tasting as you go before. So, you know, it's ideal to smell as you go. It's ideal to smell when you've got sort of half a glass really, but we can't do that with these bottle conditioned ales. So we're just going to go ahead and take a big glug at that. Cheers. Ooh, that's nice. Big burnt malt taste. It's quite light bodied as well. It's not sickly and thick and heavy, which a stout more is. You get more heaviness in a stout than a porter. You get a bit of sweetness on the tip of your tongue when you first go in, and it's almost like a dry hop finish. It's quite metallic, it lasts for quite a while, it sticks to your mouth. Very dark tasting. That's really nice. If you chew over it in your mouth, you get the sweetness coming out, and with that you also get, because it's 5.4%, you also get a bit of that warming alcohol coming out, just in your mouth and in your nose a little bit, but not so much. You can just about detect it if you have a really good one of them, like this. Big dark coffee sort of taste to it, as you would expect from a porter, as well as having a good chew over. You may notice when I take sips of drinks, I think it is I've seen it done wine tasting. I take a little bit of air in, like that helps it to circulate and you get the taste out. That's warming, it's really nice. Let's see if we can get another smell. I've got room to agitate it now. Now I've drunk it down a bit. Standard porter smell, it's really nice. Dark, coffee, burnt sort of smell. But you get the sweetness definitely when you put it in your mouth. That is just thick. I mean, the head's gone down, but it's still remaining. It's gassy, excuse me. It's quite loose. No, sorry, quite tight. I think it's sticking around. Don't know if you can just see that in there. You see how it's sticking to the side of the glass there? See how it just comes down? Look at that. Fantastic. Right. Solid on top. Give it another taste. It's hard because porters and stouts tend to have a very similar taste. It's quite hard unless you're really, really tuned in to tell much difference between them, apart from strength. It is for me anyway, because I don't drink a lot of them. It's very fruity, you get a definite fruity note. Quite a savoury sort of taste at the top of your mouth. It's not thick and it's not heavy, although it does cling to your mouth a bit. Nice and smooth, not overly carbonated. Yeah, that finish is just dry. It's lovely. I mean, you get a sweet mouthfeel and initial taste, and you get just a dry finish. All in all, this is a fantastic porter. For the port, like I say, porters and stouts, unless you're an expert on them, which I am not because I don't drink a lot of them, do taste quite similar. But this is a very, very good example of its type. If you've ever had a mild before, well, porters are basically stronger versions of milds, really. Yeah, it's like I say, it's from Norfolk. It's what they call a London style porter. Chocolate, it uses chocolate malt, which is obviously nothing to do with chocolate, it's just because it's a brown malt. And black malts, obviously, and they really roast them, so you can get like a proper roast aroma. And it says here with hints of licorice on the tongue and a dry bitter finish. Well, I've already said about the dry bitter finish. Now that I mention it, yeah, there is a bit of a licoricey because it's a dark taste with a sweetness, and it almost does taste licoricey. But it's very, very nice. It's nice temperature, perfect temperature. I've got this as well. I've had it in the fridge for about an hour and a half, an hour and 3/4, and I've had it out about 15 minutes. So that's good. Right, time's pressing on, folks. I better leave you with that. But yeah, Humpty Dumpty make a good range of beers. Humpty Dumpty Porter. Classic example of a porter. It's fantastic. Right. Cheers, folks.